Hi children, it's Miss Judy again here today, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit before we started today. I wanted to tell you how much I miss you. It's funny teaching in this new way, and I'm sure it must feel a little funny learning like this too. I miss you, Jaden. I miss you, Anthony. I miss you, Margot and Vivian and Stella. I miss you, Ridwan and Imran and Batul and Mahmoud. I miss you, Kate, and I miss you, Brandon. So today we're going to read a story together, and I hope it will bring us a little bit closer. The last story we read was The Hole in the Dike. If you remember this story, it was a story about a little boy who had to persevere. We talked about persevering. Persevering is doing something and holding on with your mind and your will. It's being resolute and being unwavering. Those were two other words that we talked about. It's resolving to continue to do something even when it's very difficult. Today, we're going to read another book, and we're going to talk about being big and being little. Sometimes as little people, we tend to trust those that are bigger than us. We tend to think that the adults have all the answers, and sometimes they do have important things to teach us. But sometimes the little people have important things to teach the adults too. And the story today is about something that is very little. The word we're going to look at today is the word indignantly. Now, lots of times you come across a big word and you need to look for little words inside of it. Can you see any little words inside of the word indignantly? Well, this word means to be irritated or angry or provoked by something that you consider unworthy or not important. I know that sometimes adults can act indignant toward children. They can act like your ideas don't really matter, but you're trying to tell them something very important. Here's how we can look at this word. Can you see the N at the very beginning? Right here. And then there's the little word dig. And then if you look closely, there's the word ant. So here we have the word indignantly with the ending on it. One of the characters in the story today is indignant because it feels that it's very important and very strong. I want you to listen to each of the characters' voices. The book we are going to read is an old one. It has been read many times before by many people. It's called The Little Engine That Could. The Little Engine That Could is retold by Waddy Piper. It's illustrated by George and Doris Hauman. This book was published by Platt and Monk and Company in New York. The Little Engine That Could. Chug, chug, chug. Puff, puff, puff. Ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train. For she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full of good things for boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Then there were dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing boys or girls could want. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfast, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops and lollipops for after-meal treats. The little train was carrying all of these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily. Then all of a sudden, she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels would not turn. What were all those good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? "Here comes a shiny new engine," said the funny little clown who jumped out of the train. "Let us ask him to help us." So all the dolls and toys cried out together, "Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the shiny new engine snorted, "I pull you? I am a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you ever dreamed of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a dining car where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and parlor cars in which people sit in soft armchairs and look out of big plate glass windows. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not." And off he steamed to the roundhouse, where engines live when they are not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, "The passenger train is not the only one in the world. Here is another engine coming, a great big strong one. Let us ask him to help us." The little toy clown waved his flag, and the big strong engine came to a stop. "Please, oh please, big engine," cried all the dolls and toys together. "Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the big strong engine bellowed, "I am a freight engine. I have just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you." And the freight engine puffed off indignantly to the roundhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. "Cheer up," cried the little toy clown. "The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little. Perhaps he can help us." So the little toy clown waved the flag, and the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. "Please, kind Injun," cried all the dolls and toys together, "won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the rusty old engine sighed. "I am so tired. I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot." And off he rumbled to the roundhouse, chugging, "I cannot. I cannot. I cannot." Then, indeed, the little train was very, very sad. And the dolls and toys were ready to cry. But the little clown called out, "Here is another engine coming, a little blue engine, a very little one. Maybe she will help us." The very little engine came, chug, chug, chugging merrily along. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. "What is the matter, my friends?" she asked kindly. "Oh, little blue engine," cried the dolls and toys, "will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, please help. Help us, little blue engine." "I'm not very big," said the little blue engine. "They use me only for switching trains in the yard. I have never been over the mountain." "But we must get over the mountain before the children awake," said all the dolls and the toys. The very little engine looked up and saw the tears in the doll's eyes. And she thought of the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or good food unless she helped. And then she said to herself, "I think I can. I think I can. I think I can." And she hitched herself to the little train. She tugged and pulled and pulled and tugged, and slowly, slowly they started off. The toy clown jumped aboard, and all the dolls and the toy animals began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, chug, chug went the little blue engine. "I think I can. I 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 think I can." Up, 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 faster and faster and faster. The little engine climbed until at last they reached the top of the mountain. Down in the valley lay the city. "Hooray, hooray," cried the funny little clown and all the dolls and toys. "The good little boys and girls in this city will be happy because you helped us, kind little blue engine." And the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say as she puffed steadily down the mountain, "I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could." And that is the story of the little engine that could. And I wanted to talk to you about this story a little bit. There were some very big characters in it, weren't there? And what words did they use to talk about those big characters? Well, one of them was important. One of the characters was very important. Another one was strong. Another was shiny and new. And the very last one was a little tired. Sometimes adults can act like that. They can act very important or strong. Sometimes they're tired too. Sometimes they're very excited by shiny new things. A shiny house, a shiny car, new house. But what was the strength of the little engine? Well, some people think it's the little engine thought so much. But the little engine saw something. She saw tears. She saw with love in her heart. Children have a lot to teach adults. The little blue engine can show us that. And you're very, very patient with us. You come back generation after generation to teach us again and again, if only we will listen. I want to talk to you now about some words. The word little has an L-E at the end. Can you see any double letters in these words? There are double letters when you add an L-E. Many times in words that have short sounds at the beginning, like this word. These are all short sounds. We have shut, cud, top, mid, and lit, So we double the letter when we have the short sound. However, if we have a long sound like this, stay, bew, rife, cray, and these all say their name, don't they? They say A, U, I, A. Then we don't double that. Notice that we only have one letter following that long sound. Well, children, thank you for joining me today. I brought a special friend, Puppy. Puppy doesn't have a name, so I'd like you to think about naming Puppy. You can practice drawing him if you want to, and then naming Puppy for me. Okay? Puppy is my read-to friend. Maybe you too have a read-to friend. It's fun to have a read-to friend. Thank you for being my read-to friend today. Bye-bye.